You know, first of all, I want to congratulate BU for how hard and how well I thought they played. Without DJ Irving, you know, I thought they played. That was as physical a team at the boxing us out, and as physical a team pushing us off screens, pushing us off the locations where we wanted to run offense as anybody we've played this whole year. Like, I don't know what Pelage and Hazel and Morris's numbers were, but Coach Jones got those guys to really understand that Quinnipiac's a good offensive rebounding team, because we had 16 and we have never had to work harder than the 16 we got today. I thought that was a great effort by BU without a special player in DJ Irving. Really proud of our guys' resolve in the second half, obviously, and our ability to shake off a really bad offensive night from pretty much our team and every player, and just commit totally to defending and to go into the offensive boards in the second half. BU has played an incredibly challenging schedule, but I don't think there's probably many halves that they've shot 26% from the floor. And we got our 11 of our 16 offensive rebounds in the second half. I thought our will on the offensive glass, in particular, Usman, Drame, and Zaid Hurst, and Garvey Young even, at keeping balls alive and continuing to go when nothing was really happening for us offensively, was really good for our team confidence going forward. So it was nice to see us get a win against a very good team, while having to show a lot of resiliency and toughness.
You know, the first half it was like sitting there saying, oh, they need Jamie Jackson. You know, second half, I mean, you were back to Quinnipiac ball. I mean, was it that they are just very big and strong, or did you notice a little lack of something?
Yeah, you know, I really got on Ike at halftime and challenged him quite a bit, because I think Ike was caught by surprise by two factors. How big a target he's now going to start to have on him, because statistically he's I think a 25 and 14 guy over the last 3 games, shooting 75% from the floor. So he's a national top 10 offensive rebound guy too. So he is probably, today was one of the early times in which he's really, you could tell BU put focus on we're stopping him, and the box outs, like I said, the commitment to box out by BU physically, by those 3 in particular, was incredibly impressive. And I thought Parton boxed out, and I thought Robinson boxed out. We just had a lot of congestion. You look at it, you know, Pelagia's got 7 off defensive rebounds, just defensive. Parton has 7 defensive rebounds. Morris has 6 defensive rebounds. I mean, it was hand-to-hand combat when we went to turn to go to the offensive glass. So the 11 we got in the second half, I thought was really impressive, because it was it showed a lot of will, it showed a lot of belief. So I think Ike was, you know, he's had 3 great games. I don't think he had 2 weak practices the last 2 days in practice, and it snapped him and caught him, you know, today. All of a sudden you bring 3 guys in here who are committed to stopping him, and you haven't practiced great the last 2 days. That's a recipe for a game catching you. Fortunately, Usman more than picked up the slack. The 14 rebounds and the 6 blocks in a game like this is really impressive. Really impressive.
So I know BU was out without Irving today, and I mean, you were there last year at Case when they had John Holland. How does this team, you think, differ from last year's team?
I think they're very similar, to be honest with you. I think last year's BU team might have had a little more depth, only because, you know, especially when the part of the season when Jake O'Brien was in there, they were a really deep and talented team. But you know, I think it's very similar. I think they're talented. I think they play. Coach Jones did a great job getting them to play hard. And like I said, the schedule they've played for a mid-major program is absolutely brutal. I mean, I look at their 13 games coming into us, and you start saying, all right, this is the hardest game, these are the middle type challenges, this is the easiest game, and I mean, you couldn't even, you know, the 2 or 3 quote-unquote breather games are, were what I think Cornell or somebody else. I mean, so they've took on a murderous non-conference schedule. That team, I would assume, is only going to be stronger for it. And I would assume, you know, we've played, they're the 3rd America East team we've played, and I would assume they're going to be at the top of the America East, based on what I've seen.
Go through those final minutes. What was going through your mind when the game got within 2?
Well, you know, it was, I never ever felt, it wasn't the type of game where I ever felt we were like, we've got them. You know, even when it was 6, I didn't feel it was going away for us. So, you know, we made, we didn't shoot our free throws in the second half as well as, you know, we have recently. We've been inside the last 2 minutes, 3-4 minutes, we've been almost perfect. Up at Colgate we were the other night too. So that was a little bit of a fly in the ointment. We made 2 mistakes, I think, in press breaking. Garvey's long pass to Oos was probably too risky at that point. You get a little concerned with that. The comforting thing right through the end was I thought we were really sharp defensively. The one time Oos didn't hedge and Terry took it all the way to the rim. Didn't hedge with his feet alive. He hedged, but he was sort of feet in cement type of thing. But other than that trip, I thought we were defensively sharp, alert, talking. We were on them, you know, and I never got the sense they were out executing us, getting open looks, or whatever. I thought we were really locked in with defending them. So I just felt if we made enough free throws and we just were solid with our press offense down the stretch, that we would be able to close it once it was 6. But they kept, you know, they kept fighting, and they're, like I said, a very dangerous team.